can do it.
Oh, lost
Look at that. I planned that the whole time.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Michael with RC Crawling. Today, we're going to take a look at this rat rod. If you've followed the channel for a while, you might recognize parts of this build from the K-Truck sitting right up there behind me. So I've got an alternate body, and I made a couple of adjustments, as you might notice. So we're going to dive into it and unfortunately do some math today. So let's get that over with, and then we'll go run it on the rocks. This is the chassis underneath the rat rod. If you want to know more about this chassis, you can watch the Scx24 build-along series. This is the end of the series, and it was the K-Truck. It is now the rat rod, and you'll notice that big tires on the back, Endura Klingons, small tires on the front, DJ crawlers. And to accomplish this and make it work the way it should, here's the math. So if you remember back to middle school, probably 2 pi r gives you the circumference of a circle. So I've done the math here. When you do division on the circumference, you'll find that the front tires cover 87.5% of the distance that the rear tires cover. So another way of thinking about that is the rear tires will cover 12.5% more distance per 1 tire revolution. So you will need to adjust your diff gearing accordingly to get your desired overdrive and or underdrive. That's how I did it. Let's get past this boring stuff and go run it on the rocks. Here we are on the backyard course. We are just going to start with the gatekeeper. As you can probably tell, this truck comes with a built-in rock finder. So that low grill and the slammed stance of this thing really forces you to pick your lines. See? We found a rock. This thing really forces you to pick your lines carefully, and I did not do this clean at all. We're just going to take a bypass. Coming up this roughly 38-degree climb. Nice and easy, no drama. And then down 45 degrees, rear suspension unloading pretty dramatically, but able to make it. Rock finder is working on that descent. Take a sharp turn and come up this direction, always paying attention to that front grille. Yes, I don't have to say front grille. There's not a rear grille. Making easy work of the climb up to the bridge and down again. This is one of my favorite simple obstacles to climb up, but these crawlers, just a nice, good off-camber chance to show off that suspension working and moving. Those Klingons really do the job. That quartz that we just crawled is super slick. Those Klingons made easy work of it. Here we are coming up the rock pile. One of the really fun and interesting things about this tire situation that the Ratrod has is the fronts don't have nearly the grip of the rears. And you can see here, back up, those front tires aren't wanting to grab very well, which is not surprising. They're slicks. They do decent, but there are grippier tires to be had. But I think that's a lot of the fun of building and driving unique rigs. Hey little buddy. Lots of bees out. It is spring in Oklahoma. I do not put pesticide in my yard. So I've got lots of flowers, mostly dandelions, some grape hyacinths. I've planted clover last summer. Some of it has survived and that will bloom soon. So it's less work to make your yard pollinator friendly. Let's try this climb. This is a really difficult climb, and sometimes it's my driving that is the issue. Let's back up and try another approach. Got a good feeling this time. Tire placement is key, and not doing that is the other key. All about throttle input at the right moment on that line to be able to handle it. Let's hit one more line. We'll do the bird bath line. That alligator keeps getting attacked by birds, I think. They'll find it upside down or move to a slightly different location. Or maybe the meter guy is just messing with me. Now that we've done the fun part of running it, let's check out some of the numbers and performance characteristics. We're going to test the flex on the ramp. We're solid 18. We are ready to crawling. Let's check out the side hill performance on the Ratrod. There's 40, 45, 50, we'll say about 52. And we're going to test the vertical. I'm going to get ready to catch it. There's 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, unloading, it's still on there, 65, 71, and it tipped back at a pretty incredible, we're going to call that 73 degrees. They say cats need their privacy, but Lance doesn't seem to mind. Let's check out the weight bias on the 4-corner scale. Shout out to Dad's Micro RC Garage. Thank you so much for the scales. We are sitting at 0. And we are at 58.42. Little bit biased to the right, but not bad. And for anyone interested in how I achieve this stance with the higher rear and slammed front, running no springs on the front, modified springs on the rear that were cut shorter for the K-Truck. I have just added preload to keep them in place, keep the springs from flopping around on the shock shaft. And I have adjusted my front and rear suspension to help accentuate the stance that the tires naturally give it. Pretty awesome, I think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was fun and maybe some other people will do their own spin on this type of rat rod style. I'd love to see it. Tag me on Instagram, RC Crawling. You know where to find me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Helps the channel grow. And I know the SCX30 content has been a favorite. There is more coming. I'm working on some paint jobs, working on some builds, waiting on a brushless system, and soon, hopefully, I will be able to share a new crawling course, or at least part of a new crawling course. I will catch you again soon in the next video.